Hey guys, what's up, what's up, what's up? You already know who this is. This is your girl, Queen B. Queen B is in the mother effing house. Now guys, let's reason a little bit. Let's reason. Let's talk about, this whole thing with Marcia Campbell losing her job and, and people reporting her and this and that, whatever, right? But what I want to say is, this was not the first time or the first rodeo Marcia been down as far as people reporting her and she end up losing a job. And, it say once bitten, it should be twice shy. And obviously, it didn't make her shy because here we are again with history repeating itself, right? Where she losing her job because of social media and social media people. Like, at what point do you get it in your thick head and your stubborn head? These people do not like you. They don't like you. They may not like me, but I don't have anything they may want. I don't have anything they may grudge me for. I don't have anything. My name doesn't even make money on social media, right? But you know what your worth is, and you know your name carry weight. So why in the world every single day you will come on social media and give these people a whole bunch of shit to run with, a whole bunch of shit to talk about, and then you turn around after they use it right back against you? Then you come out and saying how people is being evil and wicked and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But what about you being wise? Were you wise in coming back again? You got a job that you say pays very well, right? You're spending money. You're flashing. You're buying expensive this, expensive glass, this, that, blah, blah. You're showing the whole world how much money you're making, boasting and carrying on, and try to, oh, my haters, do this and beat me. You don't have what me have. And what make you think that was gonna make it any better for you, Marcia? Like, honestly, you can come out and cuss me if you want to. I don't give two shit. The bottom line is, this what's happening to you now should have never happened, and it could have been avoided, Marcia. These people cannot know anything about you unless you come on social media and put it out there. They cannot know anything about you, Marcia, unless you come out on social media and put it out there. And for the first time when you lost that job, you should have learned your lesson then to know to keep your business private. Keep where you work private. Don't even come out here and talk about your job, your this and that. If you go shopping and you buy expensive Gucci, nobody needs to know that. If you go and buy an expensive shoes or whatever, no one needs to know that. Like, seriously, like, look at the audience that you're talking to. You're talking to a set of people that don't like you, that hate your gut. So what good is it to come out here and brag and boast on them? You think that was going to make your life any better? A lot of what happened, Marcia, it happened because of you. You are your worst enemy. You are your worst downfall. You and your mouth and your behavior on social media. You think that employer wasn't observing a lot of what you were saying and doing? You think she wasn't seeing all of that? But because, yes, you were a good worker to this man and you were taking care of him and you might have been the best one he ever had according to you or whatever the case may be. And I don't doubt you were taking good care of the man. I really don't doubt that, right? I really, really believe that you gave him your 110% when it came to care. But as far as attention and being there with him and read the Bible with him, watch TV with him, watch a movie with him, and really spend some one-on-one quality time with him, I honestly believe, Marcia, you was not doing that. Yes, you bathed him. Yes, you clothed him. Yes, you made sure he got his medication. Yes, you took him to the restaurant now and again, this, that, whatever. But being a companion to someone is not just all about that. It's about spending almost most of the day and quality time with him, keeping his company and stuff like that. And that part, I don't believe you were doing that, okay? That's my opinion. But that's beside the point. The point is, your employee or employer knew what you were doing on social media. I'm sure, the many complaints that came in over a period of time, they knew what you were doing. And they kind of ignored it because, yes, you were a good worker. But here where the kicker comes in now. already, the state had to come in, investigation had to come in. It's bringing a lot of negative attention to the facility. You are now becoming a liability for them. And any employer do not like any employee to become a liability to them. That meaning to say they're being put in a position where they could lose their license, they could lose their job. The state gonna come back in again, and it's just too much. It's just too much. And I think the last set of email that probably went out, and the last set of videos that they sent out with you cussing and telling people come suck your punani and suck dick and suck this and suck that and suck out me this and that. I mean, that whole last set might have been like the icing on the cake for these people. Like, no. I got to get rid of this lady. There's no way I can keep her. As long as she's on social media, and she's a social media personality, she cannot work here, because she's bringing too much negative attention to the facility, and they cannot afford for you to be a liability. And that's why it boils down to the fact that no matter what you said to her, no matter what the man came out and plead and said how well he loved you and how well you take care of him and plead and beg, at the end of the day, they had to do what was best for the facility itself. You were bringing too much drama, too much negativity, it was just too much. And that's the reason why no matter what you said, she will not change her mind. And part of her reason was that she gave you was to find the video. She already know the video probably won't be, even exist, because she did tell you to delete them. But that's her excuse to continue to give you, to say, hey, if you can't give me the video, then I have to let you go. But I promise you, she was going to let you go anyway, because if it wasn't for the video, she would have found some other reason. But at the end of the day, she was not going to renew your contract, because she cannot see herself going through a whole nother year of this drama. As long as you're on social media, as long as you're being an influencer, as long as you keep arguing and fussing and fighting and keep bringing negative attention to the facility, she was not going to keep you, Marcia. So at the end of the day, it's your own behavior on social media that caused you to lose your job. Regardless of what wicked ass Ashanti and the rest of the people did, at the end of the day, you gave them those ammunition. They could not have used those things against you if you yourself did not supply it. So you actually supplied the BULLIT for the GUN that took you out. You are the one that supplied that, Marcia. And you have to take 100% accountability. Not no 50%, not 90%. You have to take 100% accountability for what happened to you, because you continue to get on that, on your phone, and you get on your live, and you start to cuss up and carry on and, disrespect people. No one wants to have someone like that representing them. And anytime we work for anybody, it's like we represent them. And it was toxic. It became too toxic. So regardless of whether you were a great worker, a good worker, you took care of the man, but at the end of the day, the liability was just too much, and the employer decided no more. She have to cut you. She have to let you go. I hope you learn, because you didn't learn the first time. You did not learn the first time when you lost your job because of the same behavior and people calling in and reporting you. You did not learn from that, because if you did, then you would not be repeating the same exact thing once again. And the sad thing about it, and like I say, you can come out and cuss me if you want and run up your mouth and call me all kind of thing. I don't give a shit, Marcia. I am going to give you my 2 cents, because this is very disheartening to watch you go through this once again when it could have been avoided. Marcia, these people in social media do not like you. They hate your guts pretty much. And all the ones who pretend to like you, I promise you, half of them really and truly don't. They only use you for entertainment, and they love the drama, they love the pasa, and they will continue to encourage you and in this foul behavior, when they know at the end of the day it could destroy you. Marcia, you got to love yourself enough to say to yourself, I don't need people on social media to be my friends. I don't need them as my company. I don't need them as a support. I'm going to rely solely on myself and God and keep it moving, and stop sharing so much crap and so much personal thing on the internet, because nobody cares. All they're going to do is just use it against you. Anything you share on the internet, they're going to turn it around and find a way to use it against you. So stop trying to impress people and show off, and I got money and me this and my bank account and I have one, me have one. Look what happened. Where did that get you? With all of what you did, where did it get you, Marcia? Right out the door of another job. And I promise you, and I already know, it won't be the last, Marcia, because you don't learn and you don't listen and give you time enough. If you do end up getting another job, it might not even pay as much, but if you do get another job, Marcia, eventually you're going to start doing the same crap again. It's to come out, boast, show this, show that, and next thing you know, they're going to see what area you in, they're going to see your location, they're going to look it up, and once again, you're going to be out on a third job, and a fourth job, and a fifth job, until you finally learn. Stop coming on social media with your private life, period. Especially when it comes to where you live and your job. Stop it. Stop it. And when you come out here and boasting about, oh, I live in a big luxury apartment, it got a golf course, I may have a maid, I may have a this, I may have a that. When you come out and boast about stuff like that, Marcia, when these people know for a fact it's a lie, they're going to do everything in their power to prove that it's a lie. So again, you're giving them the reason and the ammunition and the push to come out to prove you to be a liar. And they're going to go to every ends possible to make sure they get the proof to prove you a liar. So stop coming out here and falsifying and living a delusional type of life that you know is not true. Be real. You say that you are the realest on social media, Marcia, but at the end of the day, you're not the realest, because you come out here with these false stories of this lavish life that you claim you're living, and it always turn out to be not true. You're always getting found out. You're always getting discovered to being a lie. I mean, when are you gonna stop? Like, seriously, when are you really truly gonna stop this? Stop embellishing your life and try to make it more than what it really is, because when you do that, they're gonna come after you to prove you wrong. And so again, stop giving them the ammunition. Stop coming on social media with your private life, telling where you live, what kind of lifestyle you're living. No one cares. If you're going to come out and just do your little content, your little karaoke and singing, go back to being Miss TT again and give them little skits. Start doing things like that instead of keep coming on social media just to boast and brag and say what you got from it. You don't got it, where you live. Nobody cares. They don't want to hear that. And again, I hope you learn from this, Marcia. Moving forward, live more of a private life on social media. Anything public that you're doing should be nothing but entertainment and entertainment only. It shouldn't have nothing to do with your private life, nothing to do with you and your relationship. You should have nothing to do with that. But again, you're hard-headed, you won't learn, and it is going to happen to you again. People, that's all I run out to say. Have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, morning, any part of the world you're in today. Queen Bee come, Queen Bee spoke, and Queen Bee is out.